beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Alicia Nicole, and today I'm going to be doing a video on my favorite tips for how to survive the school year, and especially tips that I found to be helpful for me because I was finishing my last semester of undergrad doing remote learning. So if you want to know how I stayed organized, stayed on top of all of my tasks, and balanced classes in 2 different majors, then keep on watching. So the first thing that you need to do, especially if you're doing remote learning, is mark off a designated work zone. When I was back in my room, I was wasting a lot more time. Like, I'd get things done, but it would take a lot longer and I would just get distracted easily. So when I was sitting at that desk and I felt like I had some structure, that was really helpful. So if you can set something up, even if you don't have a desk, maybe you can use like a snack table or like the dinner table or some other table that you have. Number 2, you need to turn off your phone when you're in study mode, okay? Either turn it off or put it on do not disturb, because what you're going to do is you're going to put your phone face down next to you. You're going to be in the middle of a project, a paper, whatever it is. Your phone's going to buzz or beep or whatever. You're going to pick it up, see what happened. Doing that as many times as you will in the day is going to add so much time to your studying. The other thing is that sometimes your phone won't even buzz at all, but you just we just want people to contact us. Like, we want things to be happening, and so we just periodically look, even though there was absolutely no notification. Next is you need to make a schedule. Like, everyone gets this. They're like, oh yeah, I have a planner. Look, you need to break this down. So for me, I had a planner and I had a big wall calendar, okay? And so I would put basically the same things on each one, but one was more detailed than the other. So for my planner, it was every single detail. And that's another tip that I have for you is, in addition to just writing down, due dates, you need to also write down dates that you're going to start on certain projects or certain assignments. And between the start date and the due date, you need to mark off in your planner days that you will work on that assignment. And the reason why I did that is because there were so many days in a week where maybe nothing was due immediately the next day. Then it would be the end of the week and it's like, oh, there's 3 things due. That's because I didn't set aside time each day to dedicate to it. When you have big projects to do, it can feel really, really daunting to just know that I have so much work to do. And that actually sometimes can hinder you from starting. Because say you have a 100-page reading assignment and it's due on Friday. I would just break it up and say I'm going to do 20 pages on Monday, 20 Tuesday, 20 Wednesday, 20 Thursday, and just do it like that. And once you have little tiny things that you can accomplish every day, but you're working on multiple assignments, then you're going to find less often that you look up one day and you're like, all of my assignments are due. What I did with the big wall calendar was, it wasn't as detailed. It was just due dates. So for my big calendar, each month, at the beginning of the month, I would go in and write in the major due dates. And then I would look at my planner to see the details of how I'm going to tackle it. Now, the other thing that you need to do is color coding your planner. But when I color coded my planner, it was really helpful for me, and it's going to be really helpful if you have a lot of classes that are similar. So my last semester, I was taking 2 music history classes, both of which used the same book, both of which were taught by the same professor, but they were different eras of music. So it was a very big book. It was like this thick. So one class, we were at the beginning of the book, and the other class, we were at the end of the book. So if you have a situation like that, looking in your planner and being able to see the colors associated with each class is going to help you make sure you're doing the right assignments for the right classes, for the right days, because I had a lot of duplicate assignments. So let me show you. This was my planner for this past school year. This was January. I had a lot to get done, but orange was for one class, purple was for another class. It just really helped me to stay on top of which classes generally have the most work during the week, or what things repeat in each class every single week. Okay, so the next thing I recommend is making your day a work day. And so what I mean by that is get up early, do the work early, and if you are most likely to get your work done by midday, maybe early evening, and then you have the rest of the day like to do whatever you want. If you can get started on your work by 9, 5 hours, you can do a lot. And then by 2, you'd probably be done with most of your assignments. Finally, I would say to put free time on your schedule. That sounds really weird, but for me as a double major, it was really hard to find time for free time. And when I would look at my schedule and see that I had things back to back to back, work, rehearsals, classes, ensembles, you name it, I would feel really overwhelmed and feel like I'm not going to have any time for myself. So I would rationalize basically spending time that was supposed to be designated for something else on myself by saying like, oh, I have to, keep myself mentally healthy. But if you go through your schedule and you carefully block out, this is when I'm going to get up, this is when I'm going to eat breakfast, you have to do every single element or it's going to get crazy, especially if you're very busy like I was. I had to schedule my meals and everything. So once I started scheduling everything to the T and I saw every day that I had time for myself at the end of the day, it was easier to look forward to that time later and know that, okay, right now I have to handle business. I have to do this, but later I'm going to have that time. So this was a really quick run through of a few things, but I think if you really take them all to heart and give them a good, honest effort, that it's really going to help you to stay organized. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.
If God got me, then I got you. Love is the truth and my bad is the boots. If I'm not worried, then I need to help you. Let's be